Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Marvel Superheroes draft. I'm super excited to dive into another one and get some more experience and share some of the stuff I have been learning about the set with all of you. Our rare is fantastic. It's a mythic rare. Let's get the view a little bit better here. It is Avengers Assemble. So 5 mana, flash. Heroes get +2/+2 at the beginning of each end step. If you attack with a hero this turn or a hero entered the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. Now, you would love to play this in a green-white heroes deck, but you can also play this in like a red-white heroes deck or really any white combination because most of the white creatures are heroes. So if you're heavy white, this card's going to be fantastic. There's also Dark Deed. That would be my second pick out of this pack. And then third out of this pack, Photon Blast Barrage is tempting, even though I don't love red right now. And then We See Thee Nay is a fine common, or Lightning Strike. I think no argument for Lightning Strike over Photon Blast Barrage. This is just better. But as far as like whether you would want to avoid red, I don't know if I'm like that low on red that I would take like We See Thee Nay over Photon Blast. I think I just go Avengers, Dark Deed, Photon Blast, and then go from there. But yeah, easy Avengers Assemble here, hoping to play heroes. Now we have an interesting pick because Absorbing Man is quite strong. He's just not really a card that goes in the Avengers Assemble deck, and Black Panther Vanguard is. I think I'm going to take the Black Panther Vanguard. It plays really well with Avengers Assemble, also rewards you for playing a ton of heroes. Wiccan can be good, but he's also not in my colors. And I do think Absorbing Man is nice, but I would rather lean towards the one I already have and take a really strong card for that deck. So close pick here because this is a really strong card. Like if you're playing blue-green, this is what you want. But if I'm going to take an inflexible card, I'd rather take an inflexible card that goes with the card I already have. So that's going to be how I logic that out. I have been wanting to get some reps with Ronin, so maybe I'll keep an eye out for that in the future. Okay, pick 3. There's a web up. Hard to imagine me taking anything but that. I really want to bias towards white if I can. I do also like that there's an undercover scroll. It's not a hero to go with the Black Panther or the Avengers Assemble, but it ramps into those. This pack also has Secret Invasion, which is pretty good, though I think web up here is clearly superior to it because I already have these white cards. And then Futurist Forge can be decent. Repulsor Blast, a little bit down on that from where I was. Bold Biochemist, a little up on that from where I was. If we hadn't started with Avengers Assemble and we'd gone like pick 2, Mutagen Man or whatever his name is, not Mutagen Man, the like guy that the blue-green card we almost took, we could have taken Secret Invasion or the scroll there over the web up to stay blue-green, but obviously here we're just going to stick to white, see what we can do. Okay, now I really like getting a Punishing Punch. Great card in any green deck. I'm trying to build green-white right now. Going to take as many good green-white cards as I can get. It is concerning not to see white cards here because Luke Cage isn't phenomenal by any means. But when you have a really strong card like this, sometimes you can just bias enough towards that color, find the second color that's open, so if green is really open, and then try to draft a deck that just gets white cards in pack 2. So we might see if that strategy can be employed. Here, though, pretty happy. I could get a Tigra. I think white-green does sometimes have the life gain to support this. There's also Pet Avengers, which I think is better than Tigra. But I do need maybe 2 drops. I think I'm going to take the Pet Avengers here because if I don't have life gain synergies, which I probably won't end up with a lot, I'd rather have Pet Avengers and then fill in 2 drops a little bit later. Again, no white cards in this pack is worrying. That is just going to be how this pack goes, though. Maybe I might just get no white cards this pack. I have 3 good ones already, and then I just get the white cards I need in pack 2. This is also a good way to work with the Avengers Assemble, because if you play this and then play Avengers Assemble, you can draw the card, and then you activate this in a couple turns, get the token to draw another card. But yeah, Tigra would also be maybe okay just for a 2-drop hero. This is going to be interesting to see if we can manage to build a white deck that makes this card work. Because green does feel decently open, getting a late Punishing Punch and stuff like that. But getting everything else to work is going to be a little tricky. Agent of Atlas is going to be the pick here because I just want to take every white card I see pretty much. They're going to be heavily contested, and I think this is going to be better for me. I wouldn't mind the Thing Ben Grimm. I also wouldn't mind Rapid Rescue. This is the sort of card where maybe, I don't think I'm going to ever wheel this card, but this is the sort of card that goes really well with Tigra. It also, when you have a card like Avengers Assemble, digging for it is good. So we're going to take the agent here, just get myself extra white cards, extra 2-drops. I need to fill out that part of my curve, get more heroes for all my synergies. I just passed a Tigra, so I can't really afford to pass this up. Even if I'd taken Tigra, I would take this over Rapid Rescue, which is one of the reasons I don't love Tigra. You can't really afford to prioritize it. But there's a Stark Tech to go with the Ronin that we saw. Keeping that little combo in mind, that's something I really want to try drafting myself, and I think it can be pretty good if you draft it yourself. Here, there is Wakandan Royal Guard. I like that card a lot better than War Machine. Legacy of Iron. I don't love this card in general. It's pretty great with Avengers Assemble, but my whole deck is going to be good with Avengers Assemble, so I'm trying to take cards that are good when I don't draw this. Wakandan Royal Guard gives me some nice redundancy as a hero payoff. War Machine is also just like a good card with Wakandan Royal Guard. But my 3-drop slot might get contested. There's some pretty good 3-drop heroes. I immediately regret everything. Also, Shield Deployment Drone should not still be in the pack. Do I speculate? I have kind of an even mix. I have 3 green cards, 3 white cards. I'm just going to stay the course. Pick 8 Shield Deployment Drone shouldn't happen, but that could just be an anomaly. I wish I'd taken the other card now. This is a pretty solid card to wheel. It's a hero. It fills out the 3-drop slot. This is why I didn't really mind passing up whatever random 3-drop I took. The Iron Man, the Iron Legacy card, because I was going to get cards like this. This is a really good card to wheel. Plays really well with the Wakandan Royal Guards because it'll get 3 counters. So that's like really good synergy, and it's a big vigilance creature for that. I have a couple things that I can play right after it to make it bigger. So far, I've been okay with the Pet Avengers pick. This is a villain, so I don't care about it. I will take the Restorative Technique. Maybe you get something that cares about that. I'm hoping not to play that. But 9 cards after pack 1. White was not open. We got this pick 1, pick 2, pick 3. And then we got this pick 6 or something. So white was not open this pack, but that means that in pack 2, maybe we can get some stuff going for our deck, because the person to our left is certainly not in white. There's almost no white cards that got past them in the entire pack, because we took every single one pretty much. Here, we'll take the Thing. I don't love it, but I do want to try it at some point, and so this could be a good deck for it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we will take the blue card because we don't mind passing black cards. Black doesn't tend to overlap with the deck we're building. But yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards that all care about heroes in various capacities. So that's pretty decent. Every creature we have currently is a hero, I think. 7 for 7, yep. Rapid Rescue last pick. I'm actually going to play this. This pack, there is a Night Nurse, which just fills our role perfectly. It's a 2-drop hero, can get us a little bit of recursion. Just a great card. This is a deck where I would play Rick Jones if I saw it, the Advisor uncommon. We have a really good uncommon to find. We have Web Up we can also find. It's just going to be a good card in this deck. Here, what I'm hoping to wheel is an Agent of Atlas. 2-drop heroes are going to be premium for me. It's going to be hard to get them. That's why I'm taking one here. And then Doc Samson could be okay. We have some counter stuff. This card could be okay just as another hero. I think this card's fine, but we're not going to splash that, obviously. So let's just try to get as many white cards as we can in this pack. Here, there is Mole Man. I don't like this card in my deck. I'm not going to be playing like any crazy land or graveyard synergies. Here, I think I'm just going to take U.S. Agent John Walker over Pet Avengers and over the Wakandan Drone. I really just want all my creatures to be heroes. This is a really good one. And it can like be played well with my Vigilance stuff or whatever. So, nice little pickup here. Go Nuts could be good. Burrow Backup could be good. Spider-Man to the Rescue could be good. I might just take the Burrow Backup. My removal spells count is pretty low, though. I only have Web Up and Punishing Punch. I really like the Burrow Backup. I think it's better than Spider-Man at this point. Go Nuts could also really easily be the pick. My 5-drop slot is getting a little bit contested. And I'm going to have some creatures that go well with Go Nuts, I think. This is a tough pick. I'm going to take the Go Nuts, make the Discipline pick. I feel like I'm going to need removal spells, and this card's good, but unfortunately I can't take it here, I don't think. Now there's a Tigra. It's a 2-drop hero. Those are premium for me. I have 1 source of life gain, 2 sources of life gain. You don't really need that much to make this card decent, and I might get another card like this or something at some point, or a green-white land, or I'd play another Rapid Rescue. I just want the 2-drop heroes. Now I think Titania is pretty good. It's not a hero for my deck, but it's just a pretty good big creature. I think I'm just going to take another Go Nuts, though. I'm just going to need to rely on this for removal. I would love another Burrow Backup, but as I said, I just have the Wakandan Royal Guards in that role, and late Shield Deployment Drone again, but we just got to take the removal spells for our deck. Rick Jones, I could maybe get last pick. So I think I'm going to take Gorilla here. I don't care about this card that much. Getting 2-drop heroes is essential for me. I don't think this is that relevant. It's good with Tigra, but nothing else. And Rick Jones, I'm hoping wheels, because I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could get it literally last pick. And I think this card's going to be a pretty good. The enchantment removal is reasonable, and I have gotten this card last pick before. So, and if I do see another one, I can take it and maybe profit. I'll take the red-green land here. There's nothing for me here. Another Wakandan Royal Guard makes me feel pretty good about having passed up some of those other pieces, and also feels good about getting like a gorilla there. Just more heroes, the better. Every card in my deck currently is a hero, so Wakandan Royal Guard is actually going to be pretty good for me. Doc Samson. I have some +1/+1 counter synergies, so maybe this will make the cut. I already have one restorative technique I don't really want to play, but we'll keep it in mind. We do get another Pet Avengers. This deck is really coming together nicely. I might actually play the restorative technique because my deck is getting pretty high on the curve, but I imagine in pack 3 I'll be able to fill out with some other good cards. I have 4 2-drops. We'll see if we get that Rick Jones last pick. I do want to show that card off because I think it has some potential. Boom, we get a Spider-Man. That's going to be great. Yeah, this deck is really coming together nicely. These Go Nuts picks I think were essential. We got the Go Nuts from the pack that had the Spider-Man in it, so that was pretty reasonable for us. We aren't going to get any of the 5-mana make 2 3/2s, but the 4/4 guy is pretty decent as well. It's going to be six worth of stats spread across 2 bodies, which is just what that other card is. It's just the other one. I think making 2 bodies is pretty good sometimes, especially with Avengers Assemble. So I did want it. Doc Samson's not looking the best in our deck. Okay, again, none of these really matter that much. We already have a Hydra Infiltration in the sideboard. I don't think I ever want to splash really in this deck, but this is the current build. After 2 packs, I have a playable deck. Like, my deck is only going to get better than this, and I think it's already pretty reasonable. And remember, white is not going to be very open this draft, but I'm just supplementing it with the heroes cards that make it better. Here's where we see if Rick Jones is last. It was not. Super Suit was last. That's probably expectation. Well, I said I didn't want to splash, but then we got Superhero Civil War. So Restorative Technique is back on the menu. And what are the odds? Los Diablos Missile Base actually worked out really nicely here. I do not have the Cyclers. If I knew I was going to get this, I would have taken Burrow Basics a bit higher. But this card is fantastic. Definitely worth taking here. I also wish I had Rick Jones to go dig for this, but this is like one of the best cards in the set, maybe just the best card in the set. So easy pick here. We have the tools to splash, and our cards are going to, we can take Rapid Rescue on the wheel probably over Quinjet or something, but I think this is going to be really nice for our deck. Top end card. We still don't want to get too over-indexed on the splash, though. I think here we just take Agent of Atlas, get myself another 2-drop. There is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I don't really love that card in this deck. I have 1, 2. This is another 3-drop I can play. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not the highest priority. Getting my 5th 2-drop is going to be really nice. Now there's another Tigra. There's also Murdoch's Crusade, just what I'm looking for. I like it more than Go Nuts here because I already have 2 Go Nuts. I like the removal spells that can just kill what I need to get killed. And then here, there is another Murdoch's Crusade. 2 is about the number I would want, and I think that that's going to be a good enough number. I don't really want to play Savage Land Dinosaur just to get my red splash going. I would probably rather just play Restorative Technique at that point. Because I'm not going to really replace a land because my curve is pretty expensive. But getting another kill spell is nice. Now I have 2 Murdoch's Crusade, 2 Go Nuts, a Web Up, and a Punishing Punch. So I have plenty of removal spells, which is really nice for this type of deck. Here there's Heroic Feast. I have had good results with this sometimes. I currently have Diablo's Missile Base to gain life, Rapid Rescue, Restorative Technique. Not a ton of synergies here. Do I want Panther Pounce more? I'm going to speculate on this because there are still 3 picks in this pack, and I could get a card that goes well with it. And there's not really a ton else that I care about that much. Like, Crowd of True Believers is a good combo with it. Titania is just a better card, but maybe we just take this. It goes really well with the Heroic Feast. It goes well with the Tigra. It can just gain me some life while I wait for my big cards to come online. Titania is pretty solid, but I don't think it's necessarily what I care about. Green-white land is perfect. It's going to make my splash a little bit more reliable. It's going to be good with this Feast if I play it, and I think that's going to be, and it's good with Tigra. I might wheel another Tigra too. Here we get another Go Nuts. 3 Go Nuts is a lot, but we can maybe get it to work. I don't really want the Thing Ben Grimm here, so I'm going to cut that for now, preliminary cut. Quinjet came back. That's actually really nice for me. I don't mind playing that. I have plenty of 4/4 things to crew it with. I have a pretty expensive curve here, and I have a splash to enable, so that's going to be decent. I'm not trying to splash blue. None of these cards are worth splashing. So yeah, the Quinjet could be totally making the cut here. I'm not sure this Heroic Feast package is making it in. Currently, it works with a few of my cards. Okay, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is probably going to make the cut. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think that's quite enough cards to make Heroic Feast good. There's another Tigra. Tigra does go pretty decently with these cards, and it's another 2-drop hero, so we'll take it, even though it's legendary. Hydra Infiltration kind of works with the Feast, but not for our deck. I think this build came together. I'm really glad we got that Diablo's Missile base. That makes our deck a little bit better as well. And yeah, I don't think we want the thing. We'll just put it in the deck for now. Okay, so let's see. If we played a single mountain, this would give us 8 white, 8 green, no, 9 green. How's our green looking? Yeah, we're mostly green. So that's 9 green, 8 white, 2 red, plus I think I'd rather play the Restorative Technique over the Quinjet, considering that I have all these 5-drops to ramp into and 2 Tigras. How many life gain target cards do we have with this? We have 1, 2, 3. Crowd of True Believers is kind of a package with the Heroic Feast, so 4 there. With 2 Tigras, I think Crowd of True Believers is actually worth it. And then we have a couple gain lands which go with our stuff. So we can now just make some cuts here for like synergy purposes and curve purposes. I don't think we need the thing. We're not playing like an evasive deck that has like blue flyers and it's just a big creature. I'd rather play the Wakandan Royal Guards, of which I will only play 2. I will also cut the Doc Samson because I'm not really ramping into anything after the Doc Samson, though I do have some plus and counter synergies, but I think I'm still going to cut it. So those are 3 pretty straightforward cuts. I'm going to cut 1 copy of Go Nuts. I am going to cut... I think if I want to play this life gain package, which is pretty decent, maybe I just cut the life gain package and don't need it. Maybe I cut Heroic Feast, Crowd of True Believers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a little bit of life gain for these Tigras. But maybe I cut 1 Tigra. I cut Restorative. I really want to play the Restorative Technique. With 2 Tigras, is Crowd of True Believers worth it? I kind of would want the whole life gain package at that point, I think. I could cut a land. Like cut 1 plains or something. But I don't want to go below 8 sources. So maybe I cut a 1 forest because I have the Rapid Rescue to help me dig for lands. And I have Restorative Technique, so I have like kind of 2 cards that help me find lands. And then 1, 2, what are my kill spells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this is kind of like a big kill spell. I could cut a Wakandan Royal Guard. So what are the 2 cards that I need? I would need to play Heroic Feast, and I would want to play the Crowd of True Believers in that case. So if I wanted to add those 2 cards, I don't think I want the Doc Samson in that mix. Maybe I could cut Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in that case. Like, what would my package of cuts be? I'd probably cut this, 1 Pet Avengers. Let's try that, actually. Let's cut this for this, 1 Pet Avengers for this, and then I don't think I want the Doc. I think this card's... I'd rather play Pet Avengers than the Wakandan Royal Guard as well. And then maybe I play something like this. Like 3-drop slot now has Heroic Feast in it, but I have Crowd of True Believers, which is pretty good with that. Curve is still mostly green, but a little bit of white. Good with this. Good with this. Just gains me some life, helps me attack. Rescue this. I have some... I kind of want to try this synergy package. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... I kind of like having that Wombo combo in there. And then maybe I just play 1 Pet Avengers. Or maybe I just don't play Hulkling, but I want it for curve reasons. Yeah, maybe this is a fine deck. These are kind of cards I can play on turn 3. These are ones I can play on turn 1. 8 green sources, 8 white sources, 2 red. Plus this to search up red is 3 red. For my big splash finish. My curve looks pretty decent when I look at it here. The Go Nuts seem like they could be decent as well. Yeah, maybe we just try it like this. I think this is going to be an interesting build, though. We could definitely cut the life gain package and just play like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Wakandan Royal Guards, which are just, and Pet Avengers, which are better in a vacuum, but I think the life gain stuff can do some stuff, especially with the land. So we're going to try that out. Let's make our Art Avengers assemble. Our hero count is now 13 creatures plus 12 heroes. Our only non-hero is the Crowd of True Believers. Do we have any token makers that are like not being counted as creatures right here? Because maybe with 13 creatures, we would rather just cut the life gain package and play more creatures. I kind of like that. I'm going to cut the Crowd of... And it's like, maybe I just cut like a Go Nuts for a creature, though. Yeah, let's cut a Go Nuts and play another Pet Avengers to get myself more beef. I have 2 Murdochs, so I have some more interaction than I thought I might have. I could play this as well. But I want to have more creatures, I think. I could even cut the last Go Nuts and just play another Wakandan Royal Guard. But I think the Go Nuts is going to be pretty decent. I just only want the one, I think. I don't want to draw 2 copies of it. I was willing to prioritize it, but that was before I got 2 Murdoch's Crusade in pack 3. And now I have like plenty of kill spells, I think. And now I have like 14 creatures. Seems like a better number for this deck. In general, with Avengers Assemble, you just want more creatures. This card could be fine. This card could be fine, but we can always make tweaks later. Let's try it like this. I'm really excited to see how it does in the matches. And as we get ready for round 1, I would like to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you enjoy my videos and you'd like to support my mission to make draft accessible for people of all skill levels, Patreon is the place to go. And you gain access to cool bonuses like my card by card tier list and format thoughts document. Special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a tremendous difference, so thank you for that. Okie doke. Here's what our opening hand looks like. Whoa. Whoopsie daisies. Sorry if the graphics were off in that entire draft. That would be unfortunate, but such is life sometimes. Sometimes things are a little zoomed in. Normally I would have catch that, but I don't know. We will keep this. I've seen it before. When it is over zoomed, it tends to be fine. Like, you can still tell what's going on. We will play one of our green lands. We don't need red mana until turn 5, so we might as well play this one. Get the white mana in case we can get crowd going. Gorilla. This can be good against the artifacts deck. Also playing this because if we put a counter on him, he can attack past Shuri. Air land cycling, okay. To get black mana, okay. Interesting. To keep 1 card, okay. Shuri tends to be pretty good in those decks. So them offering the trade is a little bit interesting. Here I have 2 main lines. I could play this, try to use Night Nurse. I think I just want to get my mana going, though. I already have red mana. I'm going to go get green here. Maybe I don't want to put the counter here. Maybe I don't want to put the counter here so it can attack better. But then they just have a 2/1 to block it. Yeah, I don't really need the ramp right now. Let's just be a little patient here. Maybe they'll offer the trade again. If they don't do anything, I can always rapid rescue. I'm also trying the very interesting package of cards with the life gain synergies as well. Let's see what they're working with here. So they really care about getting rid of that. That's okay. Oh, that's why I understand now. I see their point. This is where a Go Nuts would be better than a Murdoch's Crusade. Okay. That's going to be great. So tapping this is a 2-point life swing, does more damage to them. But then sure, he can attack me back. That's fine, I think. And I'm not going to let them draw extra cards every turn. We're just going to blow this up. So they're playing a lot of colors here. Yep, there's a target for Murdoch's. Perfect. We'll see what we find off this before we make our decision. Okay, it's easy. We take a land. Play a land. Get rid of their Iron Man. That's probably their biggest threat. So we gain 2 extra life from there, so it just like negates a lot of what they're doing. And then we have this to then move the equipment over to the Night Nurse, which is pretty good. Falcon's Harness, sure. This is really decent for us, I think. We will go get a forest. We already have a red source. Attack. Do this. At some point we can take Shuri and this. Our deck is looking really good. Honestly, Crowd of True Believers has been fine here. So is all of our little life gain cards. Yeah, we'll take the Astonishing Ant-Man, might as well. Yep, they scoop it up. Pretty good. Murdoch's Crusade looked really good there. The life gain package, even without drawing the payoff card for it, seemed decent there. Though I wonder if it would have just been better to have like Go Nuts plus another card. So we'll keep an eye on it. We're clocking it. We want to like get some reps with these cards because I haven't played Crowd of True Believers yet, even though I've played a bunch. And so I like the opportunity to try some of these weird cards. I think this is the sort of card you run out on turn 2 if you just need a 2-drop. There's Go Nuts. I'm glad we only have the 1 copy. Because this is a very removal-heavy hand. I'm glad we cut one of these for an extra, like, Pet Avengers or whatever. Sure. Yep, I'm glad that's a Pet Avengers instead of a another Go Nuts. We'll flash this in on end step. Then we can maybe Punishing Punch something to gain some life. And then hit them for 2. We're just trying to buy time right now to make sure we hit our land drops and stuff, because we are a little bit light on land. Such a good card. Kill that, then we can hit them for 2 more damage. This is better on board, but I don't really mind because we've gained a hefty chunk of life here. We just need to draw 1 land, and if we don't draw a land, we can web up something. Okay, that's not a web up, but that's fine. Maybe they have a removal spell. Burrow backup. They're cycling it, which means they have a 5-mana play they want. If it's Avengers Civil War, we've got our answer. Not that they would play it this turn. Does this not work the way I want it to? Could they respond to that by killing my Spider-Man and then he doesn't get to tap? Interesting. I guess they could. And he wouldn't get to tap. So maybe I wasn't supposed to do that. Patriot, sure. That's way better than nothing. We have to target this Patriot because otherwise it'll just make their other things untargetable in the future. We still have one answer to a big threat. Brave Brawler, sure. No tax. We can, like, move this over, go nuts. That's a decent exchange for me, honestly. They get to activate their Avengers Tower, which is why I'm under a little bit of pressure here. Yeah, because they're just going to keep finding cards to use. Sure, we will Rapid Rescue, see what we find here. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to Pet Avengers and go nuts. Actually, no, I'm going to save the Pet Avengers here. Hulkling is fine. Counter here. Have this fight there. I could have hit them for 1 extra point of damage, I guess. But I was... Yeah. I wasn't sure where... Yeah. If I draw a land, I can go Pet Avengers, Murdoch's Crusade. Viv Vision. Might as well gain the life. So I'm ahead on board by a lot, but they have this Avengers Tower, and I have like this to use next turn maybe. So that's kind of where this game is at. They have a lot of mana, so they can use this every turn probably. Hawkeye is annoying. That's a really good draw. That's a fantastic draw, actually. I'm just going to keep buffing up this guy. Because I want to deal as much damage as I possibly can to them. So they get Daredevil, sure. So if I buffed up Hulkling, I could have blocked Daredevil, but I might be able to block Daredevil anyway. That's a bummer. I could have attacked with both of the guys too, eventually. Okay. So I'm not gonna be able to do that. Let's just move this over to Hulkling. So I have all my stuff on my vigilance guys. I just want to be able to block this. So I can put 2 counters on this. And they have 3, 5, 9. So they could kill it if they blocked it with everything. So I would deal 8. So I could kill this and this. I'm just going to start buffing up the Hulkling, I think. And I'm going to buff up my 3 creatures that I actually want to attack. But the Crowd of True Believers combo is actually giving me like a little bit of way to compete with this Avengers Tower here, which I like. I've already used Rapid Rescue. I have Restorative Technique, which would be an okay draw now, I guess. Iron Man Armor, sure. So now I'll have to keep up my Pet Avengers as a blocker. I think playing around this would have been wrong. So I think I did keep back the Vigilance guy correctly. I mostly care about what they could, like, about them gaining life here. I thought they were going to put it on their Brave Brawler so they could try to race me a little. Sure, so they hit the raft. They're just trying to get as much value as they can. Sure, raft is fine. It's not great for me, but it's fine. And then they hit another spell to play. Or they can get rid of a land if they don't want it. So they keep it on top. Not great. Let's use our mana here. Three counters. Ooh, Black Panther could be pretty good. Because I can play that and move this over at some point. So I want to attack with just one creature. I don't think it's going to be with the reach guy. If I attack with Hulkling, he can trade with any 2 of their guys, so I think that's the play. Because this will give +1/+0 and I'll gain the life. I'm going to put the counter onto my Hulkling for maximum damage here, because they're going to be able to tap down the Pet Avengers anyway, if they want to. Still going to move it over, because why not? If they tap my guy down with Raft, that means they can't tap it down on my turn. Gosh. We're doing some major work here. We have 4 lethal attackers now, though they are going to be able to gain 6 life, so that's tough. They did essentially use Blazing Crescendo for no value. They just did it for 3 extra damage to me. And remember, we have, in our deck of 19 cards, we have Superhero Civil War, which instantly wins us the game. So every draw is 5% to win the game. I think we take this chance. If they have +1/+1 and Indestructible, if they have +1/+0, if they have Lightning Strike, any of these outcomes are okay for us. They don't really have... There's not really a blowout card here. Like, this is where knowledge of the set matters. Like, if they have another Blazing Crescendo, it's like not the end of the world for me. Like, Double Strike still doesn't get me, because the trade would still happen. Boom. Got rid of their lifelinker. That's huge. That's a big addition for our team. Good for the squad. Okay, they equip. I wonder if they're just dead. Do we want to risk it? Probably not. So let's view the battlefield. Do we want to make a 1-1 or do we just want to pump our team? If we pump our team... Yeah, I think we pump team. Creatures get +1/+1. Oh, no, I was supposed to pump Agent of Atlas. Whoops, my be. I forgot that this guy was going to include himself. Yeah, I messed that up. That was a mistake. Misplay. Because they're going to tap down, like, my Pet Avengers or something. Like, they activate this guy, tap this guy down. I attack with everything. They can go, like, blocky or die. If they have exactly Path to Exile, I get punished for this play. Yeah, I should have bumped with the Agent of Atlas. I was going to, and then I thought, oh, but I want to attack with Black Panther, and if they're both going to be 4/4s, I'd rather buff this one up. But this one gets plus buff from himself. Good to remember. Definitely a very minor play there, though. The outs that they have are very low. This combo felt really good this game. This combo felt really strong. I got a lot of counters from it, and I think it worked out decently. Okay, so they have 2 mana up. So let's say they kill one of my guys and block this guy. They're still dead. Or they block 2 of my guys. They're still dead. Okay, got the win. I'm glad we attacked with everything. I wish we'd put the counter here, but that was still good. And we got a great win. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We're going to keep this hand. It's a little sketchy on the draw. Doesn't have a green source. Doesn't have really what it needs. But we have a really good card where if we eventually cast this, we'll probably win. We have 2 white cards that can help buy us some time. And looks like we got there instantly. Nice. We can even afford to be a little patient with this Night Nurse. But yeah, if we ever find our red source, we're crushing it. I think they're pretty pleased with their position as well. They've got Iron Lad. Getting a Futurist Forge. This is gonna be good, though. Okay, they draw a card. So we can kill Stark Industries Executive, which is nice, and then get it back with Night Nurse. No blocks, I guess they get me there. End turn. Like, this is going to be insane. We're going to play 2 more heroes here, and then we're going to Avengers Assemble at flash speed and just buff up our creatures and get a prowess trigger. And then draw a card on the next turn. And then we'll gain a life, so Tigger will get bigger. Man, they are crushing it. I hope it doesn't matter, but they have drawn a bunch of extra cards. Them holding up mana like that probably just means they're trying to represent Stark Industries Executive. We're not going to play around a counterspell here. Oh, maybe they have it. No, they're just holding up their mana for Stark. This is the classic we see the nay check. Oh, they have it. Devastating. Life is pain, as they say. Life is pain. Well, we tried. We could have tried to go for the bait turn first with Black Panther Vanguard. But, like, we just win the game. It's like a... I don't know if they have that card in their deck even. They have stuff to do with their mana. They're just, like, drawing a card with Iron Lad every turn. If we wait, we might not even win in the long game. But, like, we just went for it there. I don't regret it. They have stuff to spend their mana on. It's like... It's going to be tough to win now. I think we probably just lose. That could help. The problem is they've drawn a card with this literally every turn. It's like, my gosh, what are we supposed to do here? Like, ugh. They are missing land drops. Are they drawing another card off Iron Lad? This is just ridiculous. Oh, man, I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little sad. Like, that was like... Maybe we're supposed to wait. And, like, they activate this and the response... Oh, my gosh. Superhero Civil War. It's kind of funny because I think... Superhero Civil War... They've just drawn infinite cards. Their deck is insane. We're going to take back our guys. Yeah, I mean, when they've drawn 5 cards off an Iron Lad in their deck, I mean, I assume they've got to have lands on top of their deck at some point, but we're going to get owned by Iron Lad doing shenanigans. Yeah, they got to have something here. It's probably power up this. What could they have? They could have Lightning Strike. They could have Photon Blast Barrage. We can't beat a lot. Let's just block this as if they don't have anything. Yeah, they're just going to copy Lightning Strike or something. Like, if I don't block and they do this, they just take 8, 10, and then I go to 1 or something, and I'm just dead anyway. Yeah, they just had it all. That was a crazy situation, I think. I'm not even that mad about it. It's just like, I mean, if I'd been on the play, I mean, was I on the play that game? I don't think I was. Like, That's the sort of game where being on the play or the draw can decide everything, because it depends on whether or not you have the mana to do what you need. Though maybe I wouldn't have kept that hand on the draw. I mean on the play, because I didn't have all my colors. Yeah, that was tough. That was a tough one. But we can bounce back. There's always next round, unless you lose your last round, and then there's always next draft. This is a sketchy hand, but we're going to keep it. We just need one creature. One creature coming right up. Hot and ready. Creature, creature, creature. I just need a creature that is a creature. Not the one I wanted, but maybe the one that I needed. They don't activate. Okay. Of course. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just what I needed. I gain 2 life. I get my mountain just in case I get lucky enough to draw my Avenger, my thing. Yep, we are so dead. We are so dead. Wow. This did not work out at all. Well, maybe not. Maybe we're back in it. We're back in business. Never mind. Game is back on the menu, folks. We are gaming. We're getting them good. While the getting's good. We have a hero. We have a hero. We're going to play this next turn and hit them for millions of damage. And when these fight... Okay, they repulsor blast my guy. Okay, let's attack. Flash this bad boy in. Draw a card. Like, if they kill Hawkeye, I can't kill their Captain America with this. Speedball. Okay, maybe I fight Speedball, because I can't use removal on that. Interesting. So if I fight... I can target to fight Speedball. And then I can use Punishing Punch to target Speedball in response. No, that wouldn't work. Let's kill... this guy. So we're going to have these things fight. And then I can Punishing Punch. No, let's just do this. Play this. Oh, because of the Hawkeye going back to their side, that was actually a huge little revelation there. I thought for some reason Hawkeye would live, but then I gave him back and he's smaller. That's huge. Thor Odinson is going to die. Tigra. This guy. Exile. Thor. Gain a life. Tigra is now ginormous. Draw a card. I think we're in good shape here. I don't want to lose to Speedball randomly, but we can just block Speedball. And that should solve most of our problems. Like they go Blazing Shoal, something, something. Take up the shield. Yep. Speedball, pretty annoying. pretty annoying. So I deal 7 to them. Play this. I do not have 2 creatures in the graveyard. Bang! Got the win. Awesome stuff. See you folks next round. Welcome to another hand, and another game, and another keep. This is an interesting one, though. We don't have a plains, but Tigra on turn 2, end of turn. Turn 3, this to gain a life. Use Go Nuts to put another counter, and we can kill like a 3-powered creature is pretty okay, and gives us a lot of time to find something else. That's my current plan. And we have like 4 draw steps to find a plains and 8 of them in the deck. Like when you have an early game plan like this, it doesn't always work. But like if we draw 2 normal lands, we can do this on this. Buy us some time to find our plains. And we have this plus this. That's a combo as well. Tigra, one of the worst draws in some ways. So they just draw a card here. Hopefully they play like... hopefully they play like a 2-3. That would be the dream. They want to play something here. They play nothing? Okay. They have a Spider-Man. So I didn't play this one because I want to save that for surprise factor a little bit. They have Super Soldier. So kind of what we wanted, kind of not, but I'm glad we played it the way we did. Because we saved this life gain trigger, which is going to be everything. I guess no, we don't get to kill this now. Brutal. This card's so good. We're only 1 away from the Wakandan Royal Guard. Everything's out of Murdoch's range, sadly. 2 to the top. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. We're cooking. This is where if we draw plains and Civil War just wins us the game by itself, we could be in pretty okay shape. Total mana value 6 or less. So we can only take 1 of their guys, sadly. Imagine just drawing plains, just cold playing superhero Civil War and just winning off that. What a dream that would be. I dreamed a dream in times gone by. Oh my gosh. Plains! Yes! Oh, the dream of dreams! Da, 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 da. Na, 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 na. I dreamed that love would never die. Yes! Oh, we are kicking butt right now. Let's go. Chapter 3, this can fight this. Go nuts. We can have that just fight hero in training at some point. Oh my gosh. Get owned! Total ownage! I dreamed that love would never die. Oh my gosh. This card is so messed up. Oh my gosh. I wonder if they just surrender. Surrender! Oh yeah, feeling good. No. So good. So good. Oh my gosh. Life is awesome. Let's go. Battle. The Civil War. Is my opponent actually just rage quitting? Or are they just like, do I just can't cast any spells now? Oh my gosh, what a performance. Let's get another planes here. They double block here. Let's just attack with these two, because if they double block here, then I don't get as good of a fights that I want. Maybe that's just a mistake. They might not even be connected to the game anymore. Yeah, I should have attacked with this guy. That was cowardly and bad. If they double block here, then they still take 7. Yeah, if I attack with this, they go double block here. They take 7, they go to 11. I can put a counter on this guy, and then they fight each other. Put a counter onto Patriot. Have Patriot fight Super Soldier. Play my Crowded for Believers. I'm gonna have these two guys fight each other. Yeah, I think I should have attacked with my Tigra. I gave him like more time than I should have. Then I'll have this fight this. And I'll activate this to give this +2/+0 probably. Because I'm up to... Actually, no, I'll just play Wakanda and Royal Guard. It depends on what I draw, though. If I draw a land, I'll use this. And they scoop it up. Civil War messed up. I should have attacked, though. I'm disappointed in myself for making an incorrect play. My gosh. I'm so happy. I'm having such a good day. It's crazy. Oh, oops, wrong button. Wrong button. Welcome to another round. It was an easy keep, but I clicked the button incorrectly. I meant to click the start recording button, and I clicked the keep hand button, but I have a 1-drop, a 2-drop, and an Avengers Assemble, and a Superhero Civil War. This is one of the most easy keeps I've ever seen in my life. Okay. This is actually really good. Like, this curve out is looking amazing. Sure. I'm liking my chances here. Charge! They're playing Jeskai. Herbie! Oh my gosh. If they go for the double block on Pet Avengers and I get to blow them out with Avengers Assemble. Come on, land. Not quite. So yeah, I think we'll go with Avengers Assemble first, blow them out, and then untap Superhero Civil War, take whatever creatures they have left after the wreckage. After the wreckage of their heart and soul. They are playing We Say Thee Nay decks. How many could they possibly have in their deck, though? If this thing gets countered again, we're going to cry, but such is life. But we have both these, so. The last We See Thee Nay opponent also had the Superhero Civil War, though, so. So, I'm not going to block. They could have +1/+1 and Indestructible. A lot of cards mess me up there. Come on, play something, buddy. You're kidding me. Okay, they're all tapped out. Hopefully this draws me into another hero. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm stunned. I'm flabbergasted. Wow, what a brutality. What an absolute massacre. I can't believe it. I can't actually believe how badly this is going. My opponent also has Superhero Civil War. Jeez Louise. Is it he who casts the second Civil War profits most? Probably. Because now I can Murdoch's Crusade theirs before they get Chapter 3. Which is my dream. I can't believe how brutal the Civil War was, because it took my gorilla and also killed my... This is brutal. This has just been like, I can't believe we've lost this game type territory here. Okay, we'll do this. Kill this guy. Do I have... So the next turn, their stuff's going to fight. They can have this thing fight this guy. Let's just... get my guy back. Brutal. And they're getting all their scries and stuff. I mean, I'm going to lose this game. It's so sad. There's no chance I'm ever supposed to play around Civil War there, right? The only games I've lost are when my opponent also plays Civil War, which is not a good sign for the format, but it is kind of funny. They're just scrying up a storm. But all my good cards are gone. I mean, they might not have, like... I cannot believe they got both of my cards. Like, they took Gorilla to kill my... Jeez Louise. My own Gorilla working against me is so bad. Can't believe it. Their Civil War was way better than mine. Mine was, like, the responsive one. It didn't get to do as much as I wanted. Put a counter onto this guy. Have him fight Herbie. Send in. The problem is my best top deck is no longer in the deck. And they just get to hit me down to 1. They keep it on top. Okay. I mean, you lose games like this sometimes. I mean, when my opponent plays Civil War, I lose to it. It's just brutal. Yeah, brutality. The game land is actually better than the normal land because I can now block this thing with all my creatures if I need to. They no longer have an attack, which is nice. Oh my gosh. They got rid of my pet Avengers too. Jeez Louise. It is kind of crazy that they can target... This can target itself, I think. Yeah, that's a game. I am not surprised I lost this game. Based on the way it was going. My gosh. It looked like it was going to be unlosable, I will say. It was unlosable until they played Civil War. Took my 4/4 Gorilla, killed my Civil War with it. Or it wasn't a 4/4 on their side, but killed my Civil War with it. We're 4-2. Oh my gosh, what a crazy game that was. We had like the greatest opening hand ever. Almost unlosable situation. And then they just like Civil Warred me and it was over. And then they Murdoch's Crusade mine. Oh my gosh. Well, this hand is not keepable. This hand is keepable though. I'm going to ditch the Crowd of True Believers. Yeah, because I want my more impactful cards. Not that I wish I had to get rid of it, but I think these cards are all a little bit better. Oh my gosh. What a shame to lose that game. Shang-Chi. I don't think they can afford to block here. I'm going to try to get some value with my Spider-Man, I think. Wow, they get some value from their Shang-Chi. Are they also playing Civil War? Now every time I see red and white, I'm just like, oh, they must have Civil War because it's like a normal rare. It really is a Civil War when the only thing that defeats Civil War is Civil War. You know, that's the sign of a healthy meta. This card is so messed up. Though the first time we lost to Civil War was we more so lost the We See the Name. Of course they have Jessica. We can't kill that and we just lose. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Yep. Oh man, maybe we did need the extra go nuts. Though it wouldn't have been over any of these cards, so it doesn't really matter. It would have been over this card, which we would have done. Maybe we should have attacked there. I don't know if they block. Yeah, I could have gotten 4 points of damage. There's no way they block there. Yep, value, value, value. Yeah, missing 4 is a pretty big deal here. Though maybe they block. There's like a 10% chance they block and I just lose on the spot. Or I'm in a pretty bad spot on the spot. Their deck is pretty good. Yeah. Not liking my chances here. I don't even have my red mana right now. Such is life. I lost the game where I mulliganed. I lost the game where they played Civil War twice, so 4-3. We could have easily just played against normal decks for a couple more rounds. And not had these scenarios as bad. Oh, that's bad for me. That is very bad. Maybe cutting interaction is never correct. Like, I'm just supposed to keep every go nuts I have. But then again, we had those games where drawing creatures was all I needed. This is a game where Murdoch's would have been good to kill Daredevil, but I really just needed something that could kill Jessica Jones. I'm soft to that card. It is a weakness. At least the games we won were fun. The games we lost were no fun at all, but, you know, that's how Magic goes. It's like, we crushed some people with Civil War. We won that crazy game where we had that hand where we couldn't possibly win, and then we drew Civil War and we couldn't possibly lose. That's a sign of a balanced card. In this game, I have nothing to contribute to the dialogue on strategy because there is no strategy left in this game for me. I'm just like, if I draw, I don't know, I don't even really have any outs. I'm just kind of getting clobbered by Wonder Man. Oh, perfect. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep, they get to activate that now. Value. I can't double block because they can use Shang-Chi to activate this. But they can use Hercules. And they double activate it, so it's a 5/5 now. Yeah, let's just end this one. Oh, well. I mean, 4 and 3 with that deck feels like a tremendous failure. It just feels like that was like a huge disappointment. But let's just remember the games we did. We did win and then move on. I mean, we could have tried less of the, like we could have tried, instead of this version, we could have cut that guy. We really want this for the splash. We could play Quinjet over it, though, for the splashing purposes, if we wanted a better card. Like, we cut that, cut this for Quinjet. Cut Heroic Feast. Like, we just cut those two cards. It was kind of those two cards were the only ones we really cared about. We didn't really want to play Tigra, but we kind of had to for the just 2-drop count. And if we cut those two cards for, like, Go Nuts or something, like, I wonder if that's better. But I think we won games because of the life gain package, like that really grindy game. And so I don't think this was, like, the better build. I think this build was totally fine. It just didn't work out for us in the end. Overall, turns out this card's pretty messed up. Turns out when your opponent uses this, steals your creature and kills your Avengers Assemble, you lose those games. That one was probably the one that I was most disappointed in because, like, it was a pretty sweet setup we had there. But anyway, we did our best. We battled hard. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you made it to the end, leave hashtag busted, because this card is incredibly busted and we played with it and against it and it was broken every time pretty much. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll talk to you next time.